everyone, welcome back to Pommy and Oz. Hope we're all doing really, really well and we're all safe. If you are new around here, please drop a like, please drop a subscribe. You can become a member of the channel as well. Link is in the description to do that. We're smashing out subs as well, well over 2,700 now. So thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed and continues to support the channel. You're all top people in my opinion, and I can't thank you enough. And it pains me to do it, but we're doing the preview and I've missed doing them. So we have to do finals. Hey, what a shitstorm. But anyway, we start off with the Lions versus Richmond on Thursday at 7:20 at the Gabba. And this should be a really exciting one, shouldn't it? Because you expect Richmond to bring back their superstars in the terms of Dustin Martin. We know Cam Rayner scrubbed out for this, and this is a real myriad of styles here. This is two sides that do score freely. Brisbane have had heavily documented defensive issues, particularly the second half of the year, but a side that is free-flowing versus a side that literally is one of the best at winning turnover and scoring from them turnovers. Should be a real barnstormer, this one. I'm really excited about this game, really. This is one of the games that I think is the tie of the round. The top three sides in the comp, these two are two of the three, and it's going to be one of them ones that I think is going to be really, really them games I look forward to as a Carlton fan when I'm not invested in it. I'm just looking for the spectacle. I think Richmond really, in my opinion, have far too much in the terms of knowledge. And I think that is huge in finals. I know some people may disagree, and I think a lot of people have underestimated the Tigers. But I just think their heads, they understand how to play this. I think Brisbane have to do a lot right versus Richmond. And I really do expect the pressure that Richmond bring, particularly in the forward half of the ground, trying to force them turnovers. They hurry opposition. And Brisbane are a side that likes to retain possession. They're very direct, though. I think it is a favour to Richmond. Looking at the weather as well, it's meant to be A1 conditions, so I think that Richmond will really embrace that. I'm going to go with this one here, that the Richmond Tigers win this one by 12 points. And I think that they're going to be very, very tough to beat as the season progresses. So Richmond is my tip in that one. Let me know in the comments what you guys and girls think. But I think Richmond just too experienced. And then we go to the tail of the tape. Now, Sydney were my pick to win this at the start of the year. And I think this is a real interesting game because Sydney are kind of the masters of applying tackling pressure versus a team that I think is probably the best back half team in the competition. What I love about Melbourne is they're very, very rigid in their ability to concede points down the back, but their ability as well to formulate scores from there is very, very intriguing. I think it's going to be one of these battles of the ground ball game. I think it's going to be really come down to who out-pressures the best. And I think that is it. I think when you look at the Demons, their forward half movement is fantastic. I think Sydney have real good counter-punch inside. Both sides hurry the opposition, and both sides as well don't need too much in the terms of chances to really put on scores. I think this is a really intriguing game. With it being at the G, I think that favours Melbourne. I think Melbourne will win this one, but I think it's going to be a real intriguing game. This is going to be like chess on grass, I think. And it depends what Sydney turn up, because I think if Sydney really enact their pressure-based game plan, particularly they're really good at speeding the opposition up and scoring in clusters, as are Melbourne. I think it's going to be who gets the foothold first. I think this is going to be very like... I get the sensation this game's going to be very like Richmond versus Collingwood. You know, when Mason Cox went off. Whoever shows their hand first will win this. And I do think the Demons are sneaky. So I think this is a really intriguing encounter. This is one that I'm really excited about watching. But I do think that the Demons will win this one. I'm going to say the Demons will win this one by 22. I think that they'll get some goals late. Do you know what I mean? But I think Sydney will be all right because they have the qualifying final. So I think that's going to be very entertaining. But I do think too much for Sydney there at the G. I think it's an advantage to them. Good game, though. I'm looking forward to that game. Really looking forward to it. And then we come up to the Pies versus Geelong. Now, this is going to be a really intriguing encounter because I kind of feel for Geelong here because I personally believe that their home game should be in Geelong. I think that they are stronger there and being the best side throughout the year should have some privileges. Collingwood, you can never say never, particularly at the G. Do you know what I mean? What is it? 11 games by less than 2 kicks. Absolutely phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely phenomenal. And their ability in the last quarter is something sensational. Something that Geelong are very, very astute at is their ability, though, to handle pressure. Their ability to work around the contest. Their ability to really play football in the pressure furnace, I think, is a huge plus for Geelong. And I don't want to downplay Pies because, let's be honest, the Pies have been remarkable. But the second heaviest scoring side, Geelong, and at the moment, there isn't many chinks in Geelong's armour, really, when you look at it. They've lost 4 times this year. And I think when you watch Geelong, their ability to go through the motions is impressive. Their ability to constantly, as well, number 1 goal assist, number 1 inside 50, their ability to create scoring opportunities in a myriad of styles is really impressive. On the flip, though, Pies, they don't really worry about it, do they? Because their ability to cause chaos is going to be it. And that is quite interesting. When you've looked at the Geelong this year, the games that they've lost, Sydney, do you know what I mean? It was chaos ball. They lost to the Hawks, which they always do generally, the Dockers, the Saints. These sides are genuinely sides, with the exception of the Dockers, that don't look for targets inside 50. They look for chaos, right? So that is probably where it is, the big thing. But the thing is, Geelong just, it's getting it to that stage. The number 1 side in the midfield, especially it's not hemorrhaging inside 50s. They make it hard. I think this game is just too much for Pies, and I'm not saying that with any hate whatsoever. Full admiration for what the Pies have built. It's been impressive. To do that 11 out of 16 times, phenomenal. Phenomenal. And it has to be, you have to tip your cap to it because that's tough footy. But I think Geelong, just, even though they've got a horrible finals record in recent years, I think they will get it done this time. I wouldn't want to play Collingwood next week, though. Legit, wouldn't want to. So I'm going to go the Cats 18. Cats 18. And then we finish with probably the most evenly matched tie of the round. Fremantle versus the Doggies. If it rains at Sydney, I mean, rains at Optus, which it's meant to, could be good night because, do you know what I mean? That they've just got that style, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? They have really, they've got that style recently. Do you know what I mean? That kind of has the question marks when it's wet, but I do think that at Optus it gives them an advantage because both sides are fairly tall in there. Do you know what I mean? Both sides do rely heavily on taking marks inside 50 and controlling the footy. Bulldogs are very efficient in this and they're very clean in all kinds of conditions. I think that the Dockers, their strength is their ability to really play quickly. Really play quickly. They're not a pressure-based side, but their ability to really turn defence into attack is in the fleet of foot is really impressive. But they do heavily rely on marks inside 50. Fremantle, on the other hand, are the best defensive side in the comp. And they're a very, very direct side. Now, I think just based on the way that that they play, looking for winning clearances, looking to really get the ball going, get the ball taken. They like to control the footy versus Fremantle, who really They play like Carlton. They're the number 1 disposal side, but they're very direct. They take quick ball. They look to get it going forward. I just think that they're going to really staple it. What are they? The 4th most marked side inside 50. I think Fremantle are just too strong here. I think that they play very similar football. But I just think, even though the Doggies have got the advantage around the contest and spreading, I think Fremantle will get it done. I think Fremantle will win this one by 8. Be a tight affair, but I think the Dockers will march on. And I'm excited about this one. I think this is a really intriguing tie on paper. Let me know in the comments who you're tipping. I can't wait. I do love finals footy. It's a shame I'm a neutral. Does sting a bit, but I'm looking forward to this one. I would have loved this game to be Carlton. I think that would have been a ripper, but I think Fremantle will get the job done. And I can't wait to do the finals. I'll be back Friday. We're going to do a little bit of a season review with the players. And there'll be some VFL content coming up as well. So look out for that. Be live tonight with Uncle Faz doing the AFL show. So I can't wait to do that for you. Till next time. Cheers for the support.